Hello, greetings and welcome. It's good to see you again for the second time today. Finally, it's been a while since I did a double in one day, 2 streams, but we're here to do the next phase of day 48, day 48B, and we just at the end of the last stream we sort of went through and put together a list of things that we wanted to do for the next stream, which is now. So I've opened up all of the tabs and browsers and everything again, and we're ready to keep going, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Yeah, I did actually go out for dinner tonight, like I said I would. It was delicious. Had a good time, hang out with a friend. We went to the hardware store together afterwards, which was good. You know, it's been a while since I hung around with him actually. So like that, like we used to hang out like almost weekly, and then I got busy and started streaming and stuff like that. So I haven't been doing it as much. So it was nice to go and hang out again. Yeah, so anyway, here we are, we're back at it. Let's just dive right back into that document where we left off last time, and we'll see where we need to be. I honestly, like, I actually don't remember what I wrote in there, so I'm sure it's good stuff, but yeah, day 49, we'll have to change that to day 48B. Alright, and we have to magnify it again. I don't know why every time I come in here I have to make it 150%. It's like, that's what I want it to be all the time, but anyway, let's see, it says clean up the dialogue in the lounge. Okay, that's something we could do. Create the guard. That's pretty fun idea. A little bit of pixel art. Speech animations to the guard can only be done whilst he's created. If I keep this in mind, I should make sure that his head is like upright, so that the mouth, I can just copy and paste the mouth over again, which is really nice to be able to do that for the last 2 characters we've done. I only had to draw it once, basically, so far. Simon Interrupt would be another good thing to work on, actually. These things are actually kind of important, so I mean, maybe it's a good thing to do that, and also adding that dialogue for Simon. Very important too. Minigame, maybe start working on it. I don't think we're going to start tonight. We might. It depends how long it takes to do some of the other stuff. This is easily probably more than like the amount of time that we have tonight. Somehow it's reached 9:45. I don't know how that happened. It was like just a little after 9 when I was like, oh, I'll go stream now. I don't know where the last half an hour went. It's like crazy. I can't imagine where that time went. It's just there. It's weird, huh? How's it going, Refraction? Give us an update on, you know, if it's not too much trouble. How did your Godot stuff go today? How did your Godot go? Godot. Oh, I can't even. I thought it'd be funny if I said Godot go, but I couldn't say it because it was too much of a tongue twister. It Godot'd well. Good. That's good. Are you up to like your what? Which lesson did you make it through? You got through like the first couple, or? Not trying to put any pressure on. I'm just excited and interested to know. Finish that beginner's course. Oh, great job. Well done, dude. Excellent. So now you're feeling a lot more confident, I'm sure. All right. Oh yeah, I rotated the skateboard sprite and cleaned it up because I wanted to share it. I was so happy with how it turned out in the end. That skull is great. I love it. Not sure if I want to go and try this 2.5D ARPG course or just check out some more specific stuff on YouTube and just mess with some mechanics. Yeah, now that you're in, doing the messing around will be good. It's probably a good balance. Do some messing around, and then if you find some edges, you can go take specific courses or something like that then. Or if you find yourself losing motivation on the explorations, just go and do one of the courses and see if that inspires you to do something else. But yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this came together, honestly. It's going great. This scene looks really good. Very happy with it. The only thing I'm thinking now is, like, I put that effort in. Should I animate the guy climbing the ladder? Like, how hard is it to animate a guy climbing a ladder, right? Skateboard looks great too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the skateboard. The thing is, like, I gotta save some time somewhere, right? I gotta cut some costs somewhere because I want this game to be out sooner than later. There's over 200. Holy crap. I mean, you probably don't need to use all 200 in every game, right? So you just need to know the ones that you're gonna use. Like, if you only know 15 to 20, that's probably enough to make your game. Like, there might be one or two you have to pick up to make an awesome game, right? Like, I don't know. On top of those 20. Oh no, a chunk of them are 2D specific or 3D specific. Right, so there you go. Like, I don't know, there's probably... Like, honestly, yeah, I don't know. Do whatever you want. I mean, that's the advantage of working on your own thing. Do what you feel like doing. Okay, so... Jeez, why can't I just do something? Hang on, let me just load up AGS. Maybe that'll help. I gotta do something. I'm just looking at stuff, not doing anything. Alright. Lounge room or backyard 2 or guard. Let's do backyard 2. Guard can wait. Guard can wait until, like, Act 3. Guard is an Act 3 guy. Guard's an Act 3 guy. Get out of here. We'll do you later. We don't need it now. We can't even get to the guard in the game. It's like, what's the point of putting the effort in right now? Let's just focus on Act 1 and 2, like I said. Alright. Clean up dialogue. That's pretty generic. Add dialogue to Simon interruption so player can learn about what is needed. So the player can learn about what is needed to leave. Ensure Simon interrupts even if you click on the next scene, question mark. Yeah, okay, I got it. Also, there's a few other little bits in there. There's ensure ladder obj and hottie clicking climbs to tree house as well as the door. There you go. That's that I'm gonna do this stuff. I'm gonna start here and then here and then maybe there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this in the opposite order to where it's written. What is Future Mike problem? Exactly. Screw Future Mike. I heard Future Mike was talking shit about me, so screw him. Funny thing is, I probably will be. I'll probably be like, I can't believe I didn't do this already back then. Why didn't I do it? I've said it before. I'll say it again. So I might as well call myself out about it. Probably good 70 of them, which I could make use of, which could potentially make my life easier. I don't know about. Perhaps, but you know, you could find them too. Mike guy is not. No. You're getting it wrong. You have to prefix with future or past Mike. Because if you just say Mike, that's just all of us. That's the meta Mike, and the meta Mike is me. I'm Mike. Right. Back to the real world, where we talk about making this video game good. Hotspots, please. Give me that hotspot, please. I'll take it. Thank you. And then let's go ahead and make this a interact with the hotspot. Boop. And then up here, we're using our items on it. We have to do a couple of things here. We have to say htree ladder dot name equals treehouse ladder. Ladder dot name also equals that, and execute the climbing function That's the hotspot. That's the other things. That's doing all that. Watch later on YouTube, which talks about what every node does in a short video, so I could make notes on stuff to mess with. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. We have a few steps to execute to go test this change. This room feels too clean.
That doesn't work.
Hey, Ginger Bruto, good to see you. Welcome. What's going on today? Broke the hockey stick. Oh, no. I climb now. Disappointed. Yoink. 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 Look at that robot go. Nah, no, he got stuck. He's all in the honey. What makes the robot move? Either I keep missing it or it's not explained. Yeah, it's not super explained. In the script, that's the reason. Bed shifts and starts robot moving. So this is when you climb out the window. No, bed shifts and starts robot moving. So like in theory, if I wanted to fulfill this note, I have to animate the character climbing out the window. And then I have to animate the bed bumping into the robot and the robot starts moving. I could maybe do that. I don't know. He might have caught the power button with his foot climbing out the window or something. Yeah, something. It's basically this. Like, yeah, they activated the robot because of the movement. We could add some reason to it. I don't know. I think it's a fun puzzle though. Why did I come up here? There's like no need for me to go in this room anymore. I have already completed my chores, dummy. Who are you calling dummy? I can see the chart from here. Oh wait, I see your tasks are complete. Well, okay then. Goodbye. Whatever. Whatever. It's exactly how these two converse. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, what's over here? Oh, no. Can't go that way, huh? Can I go in the shed? No, can't go in the shed. The door's stuck. Actually, I should probably add that functionality. There's no way to climb up to the treehouse. I'd need a ladder or something. Okay, what if I just leave? Hold on a sec, Sierra. Do you really think I'm going to let you sneak away? I'll tell Aunt Jenny unless you could help me out with something. Now we insert some dialogue to talk to Simon about the gameplay and Game Boy and stuff. Okay, so that's that part taken care of. Cool. Did I not write down notes about that stuff? Like the cutscene situation and stuff? Maybe I didn't. Yay. Going up. Okay, now where's that thing? Oh, here it is. And now we have the dino grabber. Looks alright. Nothing to say. I'll try to help Calamity out and remove that thorn in the foot. Yoink. Bringing tea time. Oh, that's a good addition to the name, Dragon Facts. Calamity. Maybe I could change it. It's a good idea. Slight inconsistency, maybe. The llama won't let you near him because of the thorn in his foot, but you can get close enough to tie a rope to him. But then if you were to make that consistent, you would be able to get the items to get the grabber to fix his foot. The paradox. In the script, I think I wrote lasso. And again, it was another animation requirement that I was like, I just don't want to do that, man. But maybe I should do it. Maybe I should commit. So yeah, you like tie it to the door and then you throw it over to Calamity. That was the plan. That was the plan. But I don't know. There was also a lemon involved for the grabber to work as well. It's hard to say right now as the rope just appears. Yeah, it just appears. Like there's no, it doesn't even cut. There's no fade, nothing. Look at that cat. It's so funny. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my my efforts on the cat yarn situation. I'm pretty pleased about that. What am I even doing right now? This is not a productive use of my time. I'm just obsessed with playing my game. I will get it now. It's such a dumb piece of dialogue. I love it. You have this. Yeah, so the rope situation, where's that happen? That's outside. It's in this area. Lasso the llama with the end of the rope. Use rope on jammed shed door. Will automatically throw over branch. That's what I was thinking, but we don't have a branch to throw it over, so it's just like, it's got to go... Somehow you got to lasso the llama. At least you're enjoying the game. Yeah, that's true. Cat getting soaked is great. It's my favorite. It's my favorite animation still. I think my favorite will be the dog animation, the intro animation for the dogs when I finish that one. I think I'll like that one the most because it's so silly, but it'll have a lot of like gravitas with the music and stuff. You like the double L's on the lasso to match llama? Yeah. I get joy out of doing stupid stuff like that, so yep. Lisa is likely to lasso a llama. Love it. All right, I get to put green thumbs on everything now. Blonk. 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 Don't get to blonk that bit. Blonk. Negotiate with siblings, so we need to do that. Get hammer and nails. That's now the same thing, so whatever. Hockey stick is wrong. Skateboard is wrong. Door piece and repair treehouse ladder. We're done. Animate climbing the ladder. Climbing each rung breaks. So, oh, there's information here that we need to read. Animate climbing ladder. As climbing, each rung breaks/shifts, so it's obvious you can't get back that way. Exclaim, oh gosh, here's the ladder, and kick down a rope ladder. What? That's funny. I guess that's funny. But it requires me to animate even more. Who was the game designer here? Freaking animation happy, man. Everything's an animation. I'm pretty sure one of my objectives for this game was to do more animation. It has to have been. Why did I design it with so much animation in mind? Let me go back to the start of this and see what my objectives were, because this is... I'm starting to question why there's so many animations in this. Goals for this game. Objectives for improvement in process. Continue to improve the background, asset, pipeline, and polish. Yeah, I think I did. Key character yeah, okay, I don't know. This is all like the 256 color thing, which we'll talk about later. Focus on character interactions. More jokes, bad and good. More dialogue puzzles. Well, we haven't got any dialogue puzzles in the previous games, except for if you count the metal detector sensor module dialogue. Maybe having more varied soundtrack could be, yeah, that could be interesting. Bigger, broader, better, and oh, there it is. Bigger, broader, better animations. This is the one. This is the reason why there's so many animations in the design. I set a goal for myself to do that. I don't think I needed that many animations though. There's so many freaking animations, man. So many animations. See, Pars Mike is an asshole. Yeah, Pars Mike is an asshole. Character speaking animations. I put gestures there. I can't do gestures with this freaking AGS. I could do it. 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 I won't blame AGS. I'm just not. I don't want to do all of the effort. AGS doesn't do it by default. You would have to put Like, the head would have to be a different character, which is the talky part, and then the body would have to be, like, another character. And you'd have to, like, pair them. It'd be a whole thing. It'd be a pain in the ass. But you could technically do it. I don't want to do that. You could technically do it, though. And I think then you might even lose some of the functionality of some of the other pieces, how characters work. But you could continue to extend them. I don't know, maybe in the future, not for the next game, not for this game. If I ever work with AGS again, maybe I'll build like a special character model-y type system to handle that kind of stuff and make characters better. Maybe. But I can check that off. That's checked. Character phoneme mouth shape animations done. Still would love to have voice acting, but probably still won't get it done. I acknowledged back then that I might not get it done, which is good to know. Yeah, this is the music related stuff, so this is out of my hands. I would really love to get on a call with Old School Jay, who did the music for the last game, and see if I can get him like on board with like having a good old chat on the stream. Actually, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty sick. Wonder if he's available now. What time is it over there? Where's Old School? Which coast is Old School Jay on? I don't even remember. I'm so bad. Is he on the west coast or the east coast, or is he somewhere else? Not sure. 6 a.m. on the east coast. He's probably not awake then. He's probably asleep. But yeah, I love Old School Jay. I think he's an absolute legend. The last thing I would ever want to do is put pressure on him. So, you know, I don't want him to feel like anxiety about working on it, because it's like that's not what I'm after. I just, you know, want to collaborate if he can work on it. He did such a great job on the last game. If he'd be happy to work with it again, which he has said he would do, which is awesome. But he's had a lot going on, so yeah. Hey Karif, good to see you. And Carvo, welcome back as well. Good to see you. The aim is to make a lot of character animations that you can't abort when in progress. Exactly, yeah, you have to just watch them. There's no skipping these animations. I put a lot of work into these animations. Still would love to have voice acting. Yeah, that's a good one. Music, dialogue, puzzles, jokes. Yeah, this is the thing I gotta, like, one weekend or so, I will just do, like, all the writing. Like, I'll just focus in on the writing and like adding way better details, way better jokes, way more references, just like really extend it. But at the same time, lessons that I have learned from playing games such as Discworld is the dialogue needs to be punchy. You can't have dialogue take a long time to get to the point. It's that easy. Just add jokes. Exactly, Serpents. Jokes are easy. Just like, you know, just talk for an hour about something mundane, and that's the joke. At least that's what the Discworld writers said. That doesn't work. Exactly. Good times over here, Kareem. You having a good lunch break? I hope you enjoy your lunch. Sierra should say that when you remove the batteries. What do you mean? That doesn't work when you remove the batteries. At least not anymore. Yeah. I could try that. It would definitely have to be voice acted for that to come across, because you'd have to like try and match the tone and cadence of the idol. No, wait, what's his name? What's the guy's name? The voice actor? Idol, right? Eric Idle, yeah. Yeah, for some reason I was like, did I get that wrong? You should write the Bible of your trilogy where you describe the setting, world building, lore, characters, etc. I could do that. If I do kickstart the fourth game, I will probably do something like that, where I actually write down, like, I can take notes obviously from the stream. I can go back and like review the streams and the notes that I have here, and I can actually write down the lore as well, and like take art assets and like publish those, like sort of like do an art book with like a little bit of like lore and stuff like that added. Something like that would be fun. That would definitely be something I'd do for a Kickstarter-y type deal where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put extra effort in, but then people who want that have to pay extra for it, but hopefully that extra effort is justified by me getting more money to work on the game for longer. Like the book wouldn't be the goal. The book would be sort of like extra work that I'd have to do quickly, but you know, it wouldn't be an amazing book. It wouldn't be like the kind of books that I have here with which are awesome, because I don't think I don't know how much content I could really produce for that, but you know, anyway, whatever. I'm just waffling on. I don't think I may not even do a Kickstarter now. That's where we're at right now. Maybe we won't even hit a Kickstarter because I gotta do, I made commitments to work on other stuff for the next year as well, so we'll see. Thank you very much for the new follower. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing good. Continue to improve background. I think that I could say this is kind of achieved, but we still haven't done this part, which is basically I have to wait until the end. So, hey, good to see you, Stormwater. Welcome back. Good morning. I think because I'm planning on doing like more music and more like and having voice acted dialogue, there's a very good chance that the art for the game will mostly be done before the rest of the game is done, and the implementation will be mostly done as well. So I'll actually be able to spend some time going through the asset pipeline and like finalizing that 256 color palette and everything else like that. So that should be really interesting. Pretty excited about that as an opportunity. My favorite thing in Sam and Max was when Sam said, "I can't pick that up. If you kept trying, he'd get increasingly frustrated until he became a sobbing mess." I actually haven't encountered that one. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it and do that sometime. That sounds hilarious. Good evening. Yeah, good evening for me. Good morning for you. All right, let's get on with it because I'm wasting time. That was a good little chat, but let's get on with it. Jeez. I'm so bad this evening. All right, 48B. Ensure done. Ensure Simon interrupts. Okay, interrupts. Let's go look at the interrupt. All right, this is the interrupt. Not here. Where's the interrupt? Here. This is the interrupt. So this will not interrupt. It won't hit the exec if you're doing an uninterruptible action. So up here, this is an uninterruptible action. So I need to say up here, I'm going to do a Boolean and I'm going to say, is Simon satisfied? False. If is Simon satisfied, do this. Wait. Else player.walk, and we'll walk to this location. But it should get interrupted because it's not blocking. That should fix it. It also means we can never see the yard again right at the moment, but that's fine. I don't care about that. The junkyard can wait. That's Act 3. All I want is a line voiced by Mike which yells in excitement. That does work after you accomplish something. Oh man, that could be fun. I don't know if this is the right game for it, but that could be fun. A line for the guard? Maybe. Maybe. Was there a typo? Probably yes. Actually, yes, there definitely was. I rapidly typed random dialogue. Yeah, that's right. There was a stug in there. There was a few other typos too. I did it intentionally bad so that I would be required to go back and rewrite the dialogue. I didn't want to let myself get away with leaving prototype dialogue in place like I did with the last 2 games. Because it's like, it's okay, you know, that's fine. I don't really need to change it. So if I try and pick up the robot, yeah, I need to fix that. So that was another note that I got to put down. I forget what I'm testing. What am I even testing right now? What was my objective? Not a trick question. I actually don't remember what I'm doing. Oh, it's like leaving the backyard, right? Going into the junkyard. Oh wait, I didn't do it yet. I was like... Yeah, so if I try and leave car, junkyard, pond. I click on the car, he'll start walking that way. See, he actually gets all the way there before the interrupt actually implements. I feel like the interrupt needs to happen instantly. Like instant interruption. Does that change it? How far is 144 into the scene? It's 200, so it should be like just... Okay, so as soon as the character gets past this point, it should basically happen. Like, he should just start turning around and walking back. I don't know why he's completing his walk path. Is there like a cancel walk? Like, there's probably like a stop walking or something like that, yeah? There you go. Maybe that's what I needed. Oh, wait. No. I need to reorder my, Take the sandwich roll onto the bed. Smush the sandwich into the windowsill to unjam the window. Ironic that I'm using jam to unjam a window. I have to make it a jam sandwich now. Because I like that joke, because it's a bad joke. Obviously, if we get a bad joke, the window is ajar. Oh my gosh. We could do all kinds of jokes now around that. You're screwed. I can't use that joke. I can't say you're screwed in a game like this. That'll be disadvantageous. Unless a bad guy says it, then it's okay. Your ploy to kill me is undone. Alright, I have to talk to Aunt Jenny first. Oh, I don't need to do this right now. It's because the dialogue is happening, so he continues walking while the dialogue is happening. He doesn't execute the next step. So I need to make the dialogue interruptible, maybe? What's say background? Yeah, I should just have it say background. That would have solved my problem initially. I probably don't need this stop moving now. What's little bro's name? His name's Simon. Simon the Sorcerer's adolescent self, maybe. I don't know. that's the reference, Serpens, yeah. I try and make everything a little reference. Not everything, but I make a lot of things a little reference. Would have suggested Ollie. Ollie? Oh, okay, like online. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I would have named him like another adventure game studio name that sounds like a person's, could be a person's name, but I couldn't think of any more. Maybe there's one out there that I could have picked, but like a 90s adventure game studio, like Infogrames. I could have called him Graham, maybe. That should do it though. That should fix it. I don't think I need to test it. So that's a check mark as well. Add dialogue to the interruption. So we actually have to put the dialogue here instead of that. So we have to create the dialogue. Delete this dialogue. New folder. Simon. New dialogue. D. Simon. Can't leave. Wait. Can't leave. New dialogue. The Simon chat. I don't know AGS script. I don't know the script, the dialogue scripting language. Basically, I want to call the D Simon can't leave dialogue. There's a way to do it, I just don't remember how. I did it in the other game, which I think I have the dialogues here for. Go to dialogue 1, which is the ID, right? Is that how it's done? So maybe that'll work. Maybe that's just normal. You have to indent, I believe. Maybe that's normal functions. Okay, yeah. So non-indented equals dialog script, indented equals normal commands. Yeah. That's how it work. I don't think it's case sensitive. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. Xcation. I can't wait to see it. I don't know if you can do 2 characters like this in this script. I hope so. I hope you can do it at the same time. Same time talking at the same time. Why is say simultaneously a thing here? Can't you just do it in the dialogue script? Her instead of here? Oh man, here instead of her. Stuck in here, foot, you're right. I feel like I should be able to do this. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I have anonymous followers on the channel, so feel free to lurk if you would like to. If you want to jump in the chat and say g'day, feel free to do that too. I'd love to hear from you, but no pressure. Lurking's also very welcome. Glad you asked. Was it? Can't leave. I have no idea if any of this will work. I might as well just press play and see what happens. Okay, good. Return will be ignored, Sims, whatever, I don't care. Those are all fine. Unknown character, player, common, Simon. What about player Simon? Player Simon worked? Maybe it'll work. Oh, no, okay. I was wrong. There has to be a way to simultaneously say it, but anyway, whatever. If I just do player dot say background like that, and then Simon also could say it at the same time. Let's play an awesome game. It's the best game, guys. You gotta buy this game for $1,000, 100 years. Best game ever. In-app purchases too? Nah. Yeah, $1,000, but you get to keep it forever. Refraction. Imagine if that was the argument. You can keep it forever though. Like, how much does Netflix cost if you pay for that for, like, you know, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you know? I want a small figurine of the wet cat. Oh, right. If it's collector's edition, yeah, then that's worth $1,000. Better than the Steam terms. Yeah, that's true. Hello, Pylozan, you legend. Oh, Pain Gamer, hello. Greetings. Sorry I didn't see you there. You probably like came and left at this point. Oh wait, I just saw the suggestion of Sid Gnosis, and that's actually hilarious. I like that. It's a very good suggestion, Dragonfax. USB stick shaped like the Dino Grabber? Yeah. What about just an actual Dino Grabber? TM. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm sorry I didn't say hi. Be like, Rob, g'day, Mike. G'day, Slayer King, you legend. Look at this animation. It's the best animation. Actually, it's not the best. It's a good one, though. This is a good one. Watch this. Trapped him. Now you can't get away from me. I have to make the player feel bad when this happens. Like, I have to have the robot have some dialogue that's like, oh no, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no. Wood. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what he could say. Can talk about his wood that he got. Batteries in the remote control. Error. Exactly. That's exactly what we need. Oh, he just squeezed in. Hey, Aunt Jenny, I already completed my chores, dummy. Whatever. I gotta write real dialogue for that scene soon because it's kind of heinous at the moment. All right, let's see what happens. Might just be broken. Hold on, Six Sierra. Do you really think I'm gonna let you sneak away? I'll tell Aunt Jenny, unless you could help me out with something. Wait, did I not? Ah, I didn't. After all that, I didn't put the freaking call in. Ah. I gotta replace this. D D Simon can't leave dot show start dot start. There you go. And then I guess I can also put in there you go. What? Warnings in my compiler? No, I don't care about it. Those are lame. They're lame warnings, man. We're gonna ignore the return because it's already done something. Nobody cares, man. It's not a good warning. Get out of here with your stupid warning. Wonder if you can do compiler flags to say like disable warnings or disable this specific warnings. Probably a little bit too advanced for this engine though. I climb now. It's good. Best dialogue. We only write the best dialogue in this game. Get sticky. Oh no. I am stuck. Please, no, my family. Hey Pixels at Dawn Gaming, good to see you. It's going great. I'm having a good time. How are you going? It's great to see you. TTS voice for the robot, that's a great idea. Hand draw all these graphics. I hand drew them with my computer, yeah. Yes, Coffee Shot, good to see you. I drew them on this. I drew them on this device. A Huion Canvas 16, which is, for the price, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I identify with only paying attention to compiler warnings when it suits me. That's good. Yeah, that's the way that, you know, warnings. I mean, they're not like errors, so I literally, like, in C and C++ compilers, there are like actually series of warnings that I'll just be like, Pragma, ignore those warnings, because I don't find them like useful warnings, and they're not going to like a lot. There's a lot of warnings that are just like kind of useless, and like somebody decided at some point in time that it's like best practice to do this, but it really doesn't matter, so don't bother. You know what I mean? I don't remember what stage I'm up to. Did I already change the names? I'll just do it again. It won't hurt. Placeholder dialogue's so bad. But that's the point of placeholder dialogue. Make it so bad that you have to replace it. Hold on a sec, Sierra. Do you really think I'm gonna let you sneak away? I'll tell Aunt Jenny. Unless you could help me out with something. Well, what do you want? I need my game console back. And still stuck in the tree where somebody threw it. Why can't you get it? Well, first, it's too high. Second, Calamity is being really aggressive. And C, you're a jerk and I'll dub on you. Is this what is this where it was supposed to go? I thought we were gonna have a meaningful conversation. This is the what's this part? I don't remember what the name of this dialogue section is. I think I went to the wrong one. Is that what I wrote? Okay, wait, let me just take a look at what we did here. So that was the can't leave. So the option was, well, what do you want? Option 2 turned on, and then go to D Simon console. Oh, okay. No, it's like, okay, yeah, that was probably okay. That's great, cool. And now we're back to can't leave. So why is Calamity so upset? There's a thorn stuck in her foot, and she won't let us remove it. I did have an idea, but I can't do it. What's the idea? Maybe I can help. Well, the reason we can't pull the thorn is Calamity won't let us get close. So if we use something to reach over a longer distance... Oh, yeah. We could use the Dino Grabber. But where is the Dino Grabber? Glad you asked. It's right up there in the treehouse. Oh, great. We broke the ladder. Let me get back to you. Bye-bye. Uh-huh. Okay, so... I thought we had simultaneous speaking, but that didn't work. So let's see what did I get wrong there? Simon can't leave. Player.say background just didn't work. It just didn't happen at all. It didn't happen at all. Brian the robot. Yeah, we could use Brian. No, it has to be like really, really robotic sounding, like super robotic sounding. This is the Fallout dialogue section. Yes, no, sarcasm, bye. Yeah, exactly. Maybe you implemented ChatGPT by mistake. I can't believe that got through somehow. It's still a banned word. When I clicked allow for somebody, did it get removed from the banned words list? I'll have to re-add it. I allowed it for one person, but I thought I was just allowing the message for one time. Oh, wait, did it get held? No, it's not held, it's through. Oh, refraction letter through. Oh, okay. I didn't notice because I was doing this. So this part here where it says player.say background didn't do the thing. Why is what I want to know. I would like to know. It's probably something to do with the way AGS works. It's probably crap. What's this say sync? Now the speech bubble is say behind another speech bubble, blah blah blah, and speech animation is animated, but now nothing is simultaneous because I assume total lip sync has function which anime. Total lip sync must be some kind of a plugin. I don't care about total lip sync, man. I just want simultaneous talking and more than one NPC talking at the same time. Question mark solved. I was just wondering, can you display speech for command for 2 or more characters at once? Blah blah blah, yada yada, etc. Say background we know and say we know. Literally what I was trying to do, but okay. See Simon dot say the same thing. Maybe it will work this way. Did it let me edit the dialogue? Let's see. Have you seen anything strange in the sky? Nope. I'm going on an adventure. Don't tell Aunt Jenny, I'm gonna... Wait. Don't tell Aunt Jenny I'm going. Oh, right, I'm gone. Or I couldn't even read my own dialogue just then. Alright, what do you want? Leave my game console back. Stuck in the trees. Back. Why is Calamity so upset? Okay, it didn't work. Did not work. Also, it hasn't updated. Yeah, okay, I didn't think it would update. I was surprised. Okay. Yeah, I probably have to relaunch it. Let's see. Anywhere we've got a return where we're not allowed to have a return, we have to get rid of all these warnings. We have to get rid of all the compiler warnings. Otherwise the world will actually end. It's very bad. Very bad. You're not really supposed to do it. So if you have it anywhere where it won't, where it doesn't want to return, you know, you can't do it. You're not allowed to do that. It's bad form. Bad form, and the evil robot will come and kill my family and me. Back in an hour or so. Oh, have a great rest, Refraction. Enjoy your lunch. Normal dialogue. Presses caps lock. I am a robot. AGS, every time, I find so many problems with AGS. The problem is it's still good enough. Ugh. But finding these solutions to these problems, once I found them, I can put them in my toolbox and okay, this is how you work around that problem with AGS. You know. So I was like, not all is lost. Yawner. That's me, Mr. Yawny. It's not late. You're late. I exclusively work on this video game nowadays. It's my entire stream. No, that's not true. I'll be gaming tomorrow night. I need more junk in this room. It's too clean. Also, I always intended to do floorboards. Maybe I should get onto that. I don't know. Floorboards is a lot of work. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We're out batteries anyway. Beep, boop. TV. Oh, yes. We got the skateboard. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. What do you want? Come on! What if the... Glad you asked. The dino grabber is right up there in the treehouse. I also just noticed that the TM is not working. It's just putting question marks in place. I've been playing around with MPAGD on the Spectrum when I find time. Very familiar, very similar to the, very similar find the workarounds on the forum development feel. Oh, interesting. Why can't I simultaneously speak? It really needs to let me do that. And also, TM needs to be a thing. Although it might not be in the... I just realized it's probably not in the font pack. I need to add it to the font somehow. Which BNU created the font for me. I didn't actually do that step, so I guess I have to learn that to add TM. For now, I can just do bracket TM, right? It's not as cool, but I can do it. That says YM. There you go, TM. What if I did that? Like, now I assume it's just going to be the player saying it and not Simon. Oddly Scum Engine about the superscript TM. I guess because Lucas used TM jokes a lot. Yeah, that's exactly the reference I wanted to make. I figured what better place to do it than here when we're talking about the Dino Grabber. It feels like it could have a TM. So, you know, let's put one in there. Let's try that. This is the last time I'll try it. We can move on to a new feature or thing after this attempt, regardless of its success. Man, it's been so fun creating all the art and the animations and stuff for this, though. Like, I've had a good time with it. I'm kind of looking forward to the next game, honestly. Like, I got a bunch of cool ideas I want to do for the next game, but I got to finish this one first. Plus, I'm working on another game with Dr. CDCS. Plus, I started working on another game that's secret. I'm not telling anybody about. I was meant to mention that because, like, I didn't want people to know that I'm overloading myself with more work because I'm bad. I'm a bad person. We got what we need. I had a really good dinner tonight. I don't know if anybody's a vegetarian out there or a vegan. I apologize for what I'm about to say. But I had barbecue and it was so good. Taking on 7 million different projects you don't have time for because making stuff is fun. Sounds familiar? Yeah. Also known as ADHD. All right, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, that's right. I got to trigger the dialogue. Let's do that. No, it didn't work again, man. Also, somehow I left one of the TMs in there. So that should basically inform the player that having that conversation should inform the player that yes, you do need to go past the llama. and how to solve it by getting up the treehouse. But how do you do that? No clue. Maybe there's something in the shed. So maybe we need to add to that dialogue a clue like, oh, the hammer and nails is in the shed. Maybe you could make a new ladder. Something like that. And then you have to figure out like, oh, I can tie the rope to it. What can I do with the rope? And you'll like try and do other things with it. Eventually figure this out. I think I am going to have to put an animation in where you lasso. You throw the lasso over Calamity here. And so this time when you try and walk past, Calamity pulls on the rope and you get to see this animation. Then it cuts back to this. Obviously, we won't be teleporting Sierra around. We'll do a different way of making the scene change. Then we get our items. So now we have 1, 2, 3 ladder rungs and a hammer and nails all ready to use. Got to be careful with hints. You don't want to hand hold the gamer. That's true. That's true. I also don't want it to be like completely confusing, so I gotta find the right balance. Using any of the items that are used to make the ladder on the tree will basically do the action. Right with the lasso animation though, it's just a bit rope appears. Yeah, it is. It's very much so that. I didn't want to do an animation. I thought about just fading to black, but I've been using the fade to black trick a lot, so we just used it. But check out how cool that skateboard is. Look how cool the skateboard is on the tree. It looks sick. I have to make it look that good in the house now. I have to like, well, you know, maybe you won't see that part of the skateboard, but yeah, we have to make the skateboard look really good in the house now because this looks too good. Hello again, Mini Roach. Good to see you. You managed to get some sleep in, but today has a Monday feel for me now for some reason. That's weird. Where'd the horns go? They're not on this version. I haven't imported the new version yet. This is the alpha version of the skateboard. But yeah, we'll add them back in. We'll add those horns in. But now that we've done that, we can get the Dino Grabber TM. Okay, now where is that thing? Oh, here it is. And now we have Dino Grabber. We can use it on Calamity. I love this animation. It's so simple, but it's so good. I absolutely love that animation. I'll obviously make it so you can't do it multiple times, but I just like watching it, so, you know. So you can't reach it. We need to put dialogue in for, like, not being able to reach it. The player just has to kind of figure out, like, oh, I want the yarn, but the cat won't let me have the yarn, so they'll have to figure that out. Turning on the hose to wet the cat. But it doesn't work, so they have to figure that out. My favorite animation in the entire game is about to happen. After we repair the faucet. So use the Dino Grabber to reach the unreachable things. Use the duct tape to fix the leak. Whoops, missed. And then when you turn it on, my favorite animation. There's an updated version of the animation too that I need to include. But yeah, that's classic. That's so good. It's my favorite one, I think. Then we got wet yarn. We have to dry the yarn, because if we try and use the yarn to get the cat to do the thing, to knock the thing down, it's too wet and you can't unravel it. I'm really pleased with like a lot of the animation work I've done on this game. I gotta say, I really stepped up. Now we have yarn. I will get it now. I left that in because I wanted to watch the animation multiple times to see if I like it or not. I think the yarn is like very hard to see, and I might need to like thicken it up somehow, like adding some movement lines and stuff like that might be maybe an outline for it. I don't know. It's just like a little bit invisible. But anyway, you get the Game Boy. And then we need to make the action game. We need the action sequence, arcade sequence, before you can give it back. So right now he doesn't even care about it because I haven't even added that. I'm really loving the background art too. I'm really like, yeah, absolutely stepped up for this one, and I'm happy with myself for a change. Reuse the rope climbing animation for the ladder. It'll be awkward. It's not really a ladder climbing animation, and it's definitely a downward swinging descent rather than a upward climbing a ladder sort of style of animation. So I don't know. Kuning Stan, good to see you, mate. Welcome. I am pretty good today, thank you. I hope you're well today. Need some more water. That's what I need. I've still got some tea too. Maybe I'll drink some of that. Oh no. Yeah, keep taking it easy. Look after yourself. It's very important. Get some rest and relaxation. Get healthy again. Healthier. This game definitely your magnum opus so far. It's definitely like the best adventure game I think I've made. I mean, I've only made... I tell a lie a little bit. I did actually try and make an adventure game in like... probably like 98 or 2002. That sort of era. It's probably right around that era. I don't know exactly when. I didn't get very far because I was trying to do it with a friend, and the friend was like very excited about it but not very engaged with the work. So definitely get capture the Peter Chan look. Oh wow, that's too good of a compliment. Take it back. I definitely have taken the inspiration, but I can't. Oh man, thank you. That's super kind. I'm doing my best, you know, I'm trying. I'm just really pleased with how this one's working out so far. I am like, yeah. And it's not often I say that about the stuff that I do, so. Had a project like that 30 years ago, friend, enthusiastic but not engaged with the work. It led to Barren Planet. Oh wow. Barren Planet came from that, huh? Cool. So I don't know why this ain't working. Oh, there's the other TM. I didn't even notice it before when I was looking. I should have just Control-H'd it, but Control-H doesn't work in this editor. For reference, Control-H is like the find and replace. Fractals Zero, hello, good to see you. Welcome in. So for some reason this doesn't work. Like simultaneously saying stuff doesn't really work, and I don't know why. There has to be a way to do it. Like what other says are there? It's say at, and say background. I assume say at is like specified text. Says the specified text at the specified position on the screen using the character's speech settings. What if I did say at and I specify like 10, 10, 200 or 180, wait, no, 320, 300, comma, the message, which would be this. What if magically say at and say background work? I said that would be my last attempt, but I just like I figured I might as well take a quick look and see if I can figure it out. Last attempt until the next idea. Yeah, that maybe that would have been a more truthful statement at the time. I didn't know I was going to do one more shot. I would really like it to work. Like, feels like it's a basic function. Like, Maniac Mansion had multiple people saying things at the same time, I'm pretty sure. It goes pretty far back. Love that there's a piss tank there. Good. It'll never not be a piss tank now, and it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of a little sad because it was never meant to be piss tanks, but the acid attack definitely, like, it's undeniably, it looks like, you know, it does. It looks like peeing. It looks like the tanks are peeing everywhere. I would like to go back and work on that game. I think that game's got some legs. I think people would enjoy playing it. Get sticky, fool. The slowly dying robot is just so good. I'm from Melbourne, Fractals. Originally, I was born in Outback, Australia. Moved to country Victoria when I was around 11 years old, also 10 or 11 years old. And moved to suburban Melbourne when I was like, I think 14, something like that, 13 or 14. And I've been here the rest of my life. What am I doing? Right, dialogue. I'm testing dialogue. Hold on a second, Sierra. Do you really think I'm not gonna blah 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 blah? What do you want? Blah 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 blah. Back. Why is Calamity so upset? Nah. Didn't work. It didn't work. So upsetting. So upsetting. I wasn't raised by wallabies. I was... Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that's what would happen, to be honest, but I wanted to try it, Pixels. Alright. Say background like just doesn't work. Can I fake it and just put text on the screen at the same time and make him animate at the same time? Maybe. Simultaneous speech command? I don't believe you. Give me your your reference. Reading the forums? Yeah, I think that's a plugin. I think that's an extension, which I'm not going to go messing around with that right now. There was one, I think, here. I've been trying to find this for some time, and I have someone who was prepared to pay. I was prepared to pay to make plugin for it, but he's not available at the moment. Are there any functions, plugins, or anything else that can produce the code which follows principles, saying the lines of character A would be said, and block other lines of the same character? So lines A, 1, 2, and 3 would be said one after the other. Saying lines of character A and B would have them both spoken simultaneously, so A1 and B1 would be spoken at the same time. So character A, 1 and 2, simultaneous speech, 1, 2, 3, simultaneous speech, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause all speech, character B, something, character, pause all speech, character A, something else. Here's a script module. It seems like something I should be able to do. Wait, it seems there's a flag to keep background text on the screen. Game.bg speech stay on screen display equals 1. Oh, look, right. You mean this line right here on the screen? The result was only this. The result was the only. The result was the only one that worked. I tried all others, but they had a habit of allowing the one character to lip sync for the other. Blah 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 blah. What? So. Wait, there's a true? I mean, look, I'll set this value, game, blah blah blah, whatever. I'll do that. What's the true? Like, it never gave me anything here, so I was like, whatever, I don't know, man. Wait, that's supposed to see Simon as well. Did I screw something up? Maybe. What's comma true do? Because this is just a. I think that's just a mistake on this person's part. Oh wait, say background bubble. That's like something else. I'm guessing because I don't have say background bubble and say bubble. That might be another plugin. But anyway, I'll try this. I'll see if that does anything. I'll put that in there. Last time. That might be for something else though, for all I know. Good dialogue, right? Xcation, best dialogue in any video game ever. I climb now. Better than Metal Gear Solid. All right, I gotta convince that I'm done. So I just needed to use a stupid piece of crap. Like, why is that not... Anyway, it's good. It's great. We did it. So I think it was just getting overridden or something like that. Yeah, all right. You're... Why are you making me do... Why are you making me do this? So mean. I'm pretty sure I had C Simon, C Sierra at some point, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm an idiot and I wasted all that time. I gotta make a jam sandwich graphic. So I'm allowed outside now, even though Aunt Jenny is technically standing here. She might not actually teleport into the house now, so the game could be pretty broken. I'm not going to go in there. We're just going to go do the dialogue. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. So, yeah. Good news, everybody. That actually did do something. Where'd that dialogue go? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, good stuff. All right. I should put this somewhere else, somewhere more logical. Oops. Greasy sandwich. The only way to open a window. Aunt Jenny just chilling outside and enjoying the fresh air. Yep. There's a whole bunch of code in global script that I probably need to delete related to the last game. Like, there's a whole bunch of metal detector stuff in here and blueprint stuff and button phase frequency selection. Play my last game, by the way. It's great. Yeah, literally, like, making two people speak at the same time should have been, like, the easiest thing to do. And it's like, it's not easy, it's not well documented. I can't even remember what the function name, I can't even remember what the property name was. What was it again? Where's game start? I can't even, there it is. BG speech stay on display. It doesn't come up. Like, there's no match. Game functions and properties. It's not even documented. All right, that wasn't supposed to take that long. But anyway, let's go check some boxes. That's pretty good. Like, we obviously got to do more better dialogue, but that's proof of concept dialogue's in place. That's good. Maybe start working on the minigame. Yeah, maybe. What minigame should I make? None of those are action games, dummy. I should not have searched for that. That's bad search. It's gonna pollute my search history from forever now. No, it's gonna be a good game. I'm not making a crap game. What a waste of time that would be. Here's our options. Shmup. Beat 'em up. I'm not making piss tanks in this engine. No chance. Stockforwarder, what's the option? Like, I'm trying to decide what the action game is that you have to play on the console to make your brother let you go past. Bullet Hell, I would classify that under shmup, but it's just like a subset of shmup. Llama racing game? I hadn't thought of that. I probably won't do it, but I'm gonna write it down just because I like the sound of it. So those are like the more actiony ones. Those are the more actiony ones. And let's do Soccer Barn. Tower of Hanoi. It's not. I literally never. But I'll write it down anyway. Platform with hamster pro tag. Yeah. Could do like See, the thing is, I gotta keep it relatively simple, otherwise it's gonna take me another 6 months to make the game, right? Like this is a one-off, one level, you play the thing, you hand it over, that's it. More like Tower of Hanoi. Yeah, exactly. Gauntlet-like is a good idea. Turbo the Hamster. 11th hour chess game. Oh my gosh, Mini Roach. A dagger to my heart. I guess you either want something which is like real world game but only slightly different for the joke, or something which directly references something in the game world. Yeah, or it could just literally be like a fun shmup or a fun beat 'em up or a fun gauntlet, like something like. I want the game to be interesting. Like ideally, like this is not what I'm saying I'm going to do, but ideally, I make a game that somebody plays and they're like, oh, I want to play more of that. Like somebody should enjoy the game enough that they're like, that was cool, I want to play that, I want to play more of it, you know? Like that's what I want people to think. Just do a Day of the Tentacle, put your entire previous games inside this one. That's a great idea, except they're in universe. In this series, they're all in universe, so it'll be weird, I guess. I guess in Day of the Tentacle it was in universe too, but still. I think shmup would be simplest but enjoyable idea. Yeah, I think so too. That's what I was leaning towards initially, mainly because like animation requirements are extremely low. Like doing a decent beat 'em up, you've got like, you know, punch, kick, jump, throw, probably a few other maneuvers. Like, and you probably want to do combos, because like without combos they're not interesting. So you got like several different punches and kicks. Then you got all the enemies. You have to have all those guys do things. They have to have move sets. Then there has to be like, you know, a boss guy. So like there's a hell of a lot of work in a beat 'em up. I would love to do a beat 'em up. Like I imagined it would be a beat 'em up initially. Probably shmup can be boring. That's true as well. But again, it's only going to be a short. It's going to be a short, like one-off level, so it shouldn't be too bad. And basically, you'll get to the boss pretty quickly. I don't intend to make a long game for that. But yeah, if I was gonna, I'd say beat 'em up has high development requirements, so I'm gonna move it down. Llama racing game, potentially, like there is animation, but it's probably only like one animation. You just reuse it and change the colors, right? So maybe. Soccer Barn's pretty straightforward. That's a pretty simple game. Tower of Hanoi, literally just deleting that right now. Gauntlet like has some animation requirements, but you can kind of probably... I don't know how complex it really would be. It depends on how many angles you're allowed, like for the player to face and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just corridors. We have to have like enemies, but the enemies, like the animations for the enemies are probably like maybe like an attack animation, maybe a death animation. The attack animation is probably 2 frames, and then you have like a movement, like you just have them wiggle, and that's their idle animation and it's their movement, and then their attack is just like a you know, yeah. Gauntlet levels of animation pretty straightforward. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap, I would say. Sword fighting, like Prince of Persia, would be fun. I think this is the wrong venue for it, so I'm just gonna delete that. I think I can say beat 'em up's not gonna happen. Honestly, the simplest one is the shmup, just because you're like, it's just like the graphics for shmups are pretty easy to do for the most part. Like, how many phases would there be? There'd be like initial, space, phase, Planet BG with boss phase 1 into cave. Boss phase 2. Guts section. Guts / alien, maybe? Like Geiger section. Final boss. Alien Lord, whatever. Could we combine the shmup and the llama idea and have an overhead view of riding the llama and then it spits to attack? That's actually hilarious, but I feel like it would... I feel like if I was to do that, it would feel a little bit too much like... I don't know how to phrase it. I don't know how to put my thoughts into words. Like Wacky Funsters content. Like, yeah, I don't know. Space Invaders or Galaxian type game would be easier and familiar. Yeah, it would be very, very easy and familiar. It's true. Like I said before, though, like one of the criterias I have is like, I would like it if somebody who played this was like, holy crap, I want to play more of that, right? Like, that would be cool. To get people to have a reaction of like, oh, that's awesome. Prefer you make them fun and not pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can imagine like the llama one being like Highway Hunter, which is kind of a fun game. I think that's what's called, right? Highway Hunter? It's like you're driving a car and it's like night and you can shoot and pick up like fuel and bullets or something like that, and you shoot other cars on the road. Get the crappiest assets if you have to. Yeah. Your Spy Hunter, that might be it. That might be what I'm thinking of, yeah. See, Sokoban's really easy. It's like basically basic tile set. Hamster to move things around. Reuse from Day of the Hamster. We already have the top-down hamster ready to go, so we just have to create a tile set. We could just do this. We could just do a Sokoban. Likewise, reuse hamster for main character. Add evil carrot. I don't know. Llama racing game, that could be, yeah, let's say Spy Hunter like. I don't know, it's an interesting idea. Thinking about spitting animation is, it has to be like, with an action game, it's the most important thing to do is when you press the button, the action happens as immediately as possible. With spitting, like as the spitting animation works in this game already, there's like there's a anticipation frame or two before you get the actual spitting. So to do this, it'd be like, have to be like an instant spit, and then I think it loses a little bit of the appeal of the idea a little bit. And you want to be able to shoot rapidly in a game like that too. So it's like, then you would just have, obviously it has to have the spitting sound effects. Then you just have like per instead of as probably a less fun and less enticing of the set of games. I do like the idea though. Maybe there's a different way we could do it, like having it like you just literally put a gun on a llama. And the spit could be like the smart bomb, you know. You just put a gun on a llama, and then when you spit, it's the smart bomb, and that justifies the wind up because it's a powerful attack, right? It's an option still. I guess I could leave it on there for now. Better version of body count? Yeah, I don't have time to make a full FPS right now in this. Although I could do a raycaster. I could build a raycaster in this engine pretty easily. If the game is top down, you couldn't really see the mouth, hence no need for animation. Yeah, I think you would still be able to. You can still see the character. You want to see the. I think you'd want to see the wind up and the effect. I feel. Just because it's top down doesn't mean you can't animate that. Have you tried any other point and click engines? I'm thinking of using Visionaire, but not sure. So I chose to use this engine based on this matrix. Where complexity lower score is better and everything else higher score is better, I think. Oh, I guess price is also like complexity, but they all ended up being free to start with, so. Yeah. I didn't look at Visionaire though. I did look at Unity PowerQuest. Unity PowerQuest is great. The only thing holding that back is the licensing and pricing model from Unity. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with Unity and PowerQuest. Like, there's a very good chance I would have used it. I played with it. It's pretty good. Godot has Escoria and some other one, Peak or something. Pitch or something. I think it was called. So it's got some other one, which are pretty good apparently. I haven't really checked them out in detail though. And the rest of it's like custom engine type stuff. But yeah, if you want to use Unity, I'd check out PowerQuest. PowerQuest is pretty cool. It's made by another Australian too. They were demoing this game at PAX Australia this year as well. This game, which I forget the name of, but you know, the game in that screenshot right there. The Drifter, that's what it's called. This is made in PowerQuest. This is more of a trailer though, it doesn't really give you the point and click gaming vibes. But yeah, it's basically like they made this to be basically like AGS but modernized onto Unity engine, essentially. I don't know if they mention AGS. Yeah, there you go. So, fast workflow and easy use of bespoke tools like AGS Visionaire with all the power and flexibility of Unity. So yeah, I didn't check out Visionaire. It just wasn't one that I bothered looking at. So, it costs 50 euros, huh? That's probably why I didn't bother looking at it. Anyway. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Fractals. Itch.io daily for new indie games. Love that website. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't posted any new games yet. For the last one was, well, I don't remember when I put it up. Does it say when it was posted? I guess not. I guess that will be in the news section. Where's the news? How do you, like, how do you just click? Oh, there it is. Demo log. Okay, launch party. May I launched this. Jeez, it's been that long? Holy crap, man. End of May. So, like June. Yeah. Things happened in my life. I guess I have excuses for not having done more work or finished this game yet. Anyway. This has been way too quick, Excation. Yeah, I agree. The last half of it kind of got blown up for me, unfortunately. There's a lot of stuff I could delete in here, like all of this. There's a ton of stuff I could be deleting. Anyway. Where are we at? I don't know. Let me get back to here. Alright, so I gotta make a decision. This is the last thing we have to do before we can finish Act 1 and 2. Everything else is done in Act 1 and 2, except for maybe a handful of animations that I could improve or add to improve. But like gameplay mechanics-wise, it's all done except for the minigame. Oh, and I guess like handing over the minigame to your brother and like convincing him that that you can go. But like that's dependent on the minigame. We can just skip the minigame and just hand the console over and then add the minigame later. Gauntlet and Shmup, huh? Do you think the Soccer Bomb like is just too boring? The thing about the Gauntlet one is like it's basically like waves of enemies as you progress through and you got to just find the exit, I guess, or something like that. It's not very actiony. It's true, the Soccer Bomb one is not very actiony, but the advantage of that is that it does bring it more in line with like the kind of people who typically are going to play in a point and click adventure. They're more probably willing to endure a pure puzzle rather than an action sequence, if that makes sense. I do kind of want to go for the action game though, just to like have a different feel for it. The thing is, like, you're gonna have to use keyboard and mouse. Like, you're not gonna be able to play it. I'm sorry, keyboard. You're not gonna be able to play it with the mouse point and click controls. I guess I could maybe make the shmup work with point and click controls. Like, move your mouse around the screen and your player ship will move toward the mouse, but then you don't have the twitch control, like the granular control to dodge bullets and stuff like that, which a lot of people are probably going to want. So thinking about like space as well for the console, like probably dealing with a screen that's something like this, I'm guessing. Probably something about that. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe it's more like that. Probably somewhere around there. Let's say that's the screen. So if that's your screen that you got to work with, how big are your sprites gonna be? Like, I probably can work with more pixels than Galaga, right? Go to wood. Hello, G-Funk. Seen some point-and-click games that include action minigames, but I think that they're just optional Easter egg type thing. Yeah, this is like critical path function. In the video game arcade paradise, you can play a video game that lets you play another video game. Propose another video game inside this video game? That's a great idea. Just trying to get a feel for like sprites in this situation. Like how much, like how would this feel if you're like if you're flying this guy around or something about this size around? Is that enough room to work with? Like, I'm not sure. It does feel like there's a lot of horizontal space. One of those retro handhelds? Yeah, exactly. I mean, so we could reduce the horizontal space a little bit by having some border, like maybe a border with like UI elements in it of some description. So we can reduce like part of the screen real estate to just... Oops. I realized just then I have to do this. So if we take up that space with like UI elements, that makes it a bit narrower. Then you got a little less space to move around in. I think this is too big. I think this guy's too big. So the sprite size is going to have to be smaller than that, which isn't too bad. Like I said, Galaga probably... Like, I forget how many pixels Galaga is, but it's very small. We could go smaller than this, though. Also, we can make, like... We could do it like a circular shaped thing. We don't have to be like a boring jet shape, although we can be a boring jet shape. Be like this. So that's a lot smaller. This gives you a bit more space to move around. Feel a little bit more like dynamic that way. So like that side's probably too big. This side's probably about what you go for. That to me feels a little bit more like schmuppy. Enemy wise, like we can go pretty big for the bosses. Like we can have whoops, pretty large boss size if we wanted to, as long as we know like where their danger zone is, like where you can shoot them or whatever. And like regular enemies can be also kind of big for some of them. Like you have some kind of bigger enemies. I don't think that would feel out of place to have something like that come on the screen. Good morning there, Adrian. You need a new keyboard. S-E-U-C-K, Suke for the Commodore 64. I don't remember it. No, I think I've heard of it though. I don't really remember it. I didn't use it. Yeah, this ship's shape is horrible, but like I think the size is better. But yeah, enemy size is like you can get away with pretty big enemies. Bigger targets are funner to shoot. The problem is like I have to, if I do a shmup, I have to program like all of the movement for the enemies as well, and that can be depending how hardcore you go with like patterns and stuff like that. Like, you know, Galaga patterns where they've got like they move around, how they move around the screen is can be pretty detailed with them like flying in and doing loops. And then I definitely wouldn't want to do anything like that. That looks like a dong. But you know, they'll fly onto the screen and they'll do some kind of movement pattern. And then they'll like come in and they'll go into formation, and then they'll follow the pattern again. G'day there, good to see you, Coburn. You drew a bit, and not on purpose. It was just like I was just imagining Galaga patterns, and it happened to look that way. And I want to, like I said, I was saying, I want to reduce the amount of effort that I put in. So like having the enemies just sort of like fly into the screen and basically just do that, then maybe they hover here, maybe they move like left and then right and then leave, and that's it. Like they don't do anything that interesting, and I can just hand program all that and keep it really dumb and simple. But maybe if I want to add a little challenge, I can have like some other stuff going on too. But the main thing will be like these phases will be like extremely short. So like what did I write down? Initial space phase, so you just have like a star field. You'd pretty quickly reach the boss phase 1, and then you'd fly off screen and you'd be like, you know, now we're in, like you have a little dialogue come up and have like, now we're entering the caves base, home base, HQ or something, like, you know, they'd say something like that. You go into, and then you'd enter the cave phase, and then you get to like the caves would last like very short amount of time. Maybe you'd have like an alien dragon-y type, like an alien bat or something, as well as like the spaceships that you're fighting. Phase 2 boss, then you just get into the guts section, and then alien lord, and you just have to like shoot his eyeballs out or something like that. And then once his eyeballs are gone, his cannons come out of his eye sockets, and then you have to shoot his tongue off. And then his teeth launch, and like the teeth become rockets and they all launch at you. And you have to dodge those and shoot his nose. And then once his nose is gone, it exposes his skull, his brain inside his skull. But the skull has tentacles coming out of it. And you have to dodge and shoot the tentacles, and whilst shooting the brain to finally defeat the boss. So something radical like that, you know. So like, but very short. Like you wouldn't spend, like if you don't die and you get through it easily, which like a good shmup player would easily get through it. It's not meant to be like challenging for somebody who's experienced. They would get through it really quick. Sounds like a religious experience. I mean, I just was saying random crap that came into my brain, so, you know. I'm leaning towards shmup only because, like, I feel like it's probably the easiest thing to implement. This will probably take less time to implement, to be honest. Sokoban would be the least time-consuming to implement. Gauntlet, like, would take probably somewhere between these two. It depends on how many enemies and like what I try and do to make it interesting. Llama Racing Game and shmup are kind of like, they kind of have the same vibe in my brain at the moment now, after we talked about it a bit. So like the Llama Racing Game is a shmup. And if I was going to make a shmup, I would probably prefer to make a space flying shmup so I don't have to animate as much. So I'm going to delete that one for now. I'm going to delete the Gauntlet like for now. I'm not saying I won't do it. I just want to like narrow down my options here a bit. Pronounce Sokoban like a soccer mum. No, I can't stop giggling. How are you supposed to say it? Why do you have 2 Ks in yours? Is it 2 Ks? Sokoban. That's what I said. I genuinely don't know what to do. All right, we'll decide this later. We'll decide this another time. I did what I set out to do today anyway. For the most part, we didn't clean up any dialogue in the lounge room. Just make tic-tac-toe, yeah. Toasty, yeah. I'll just start banning everybody as well. For no particular reason except for there's no joy sparks. Alright. Do I spend a few minutes just to try cleaning up that dialogue? It's pretty horrendous dialogue. I don't want it to be good though, because I do want to have to come back in. I know I need to come back in here and add more options to talk about other stuff like the aliens and stuff. Why haven't you heard of Troll's Aliens? Okay, that's fine. It's like not terrible. Maybe we could have that like go into more dialogue though, like more sequence. I want to have the dialogue stuff go a bit deeper. It shouldn't just be go and say I did it and then you say and she says you've done it. It should be a bit more like you have to convince her that you've done it. So it shouldn't be that straightforward. It should be more like, wait, wasn't your name on there? before. Like, you have to say, like, oh no, you must be mistaken. You know, like, you have to convince her. That might help. I mean, even without being drunk toasty, that might help. Well, let me at least like get rid of this sort of thing. I don't know what her powers should be. What kind of punishment does Aunt Jenny give if you don't do your chores? Put you across my knee? You haven't heard what's this about? You haven't I don't even remember writing this. I must have really quickly crapped this out. You haven't heard of the aliens that abduct children doing chores? I don't have time for your conspiracy stories. I'm watching my shows. It's true though. I read it in one of my magazines. This doesn't sound like sweeping or cleaning. Ugh, fine. I guess I mean, look, as far as like placeholder dialogue goes, it's probably okay. It's not bad. I'll kick you into the next dimension. That's a harsh punishment. Make sure for irony she's watching reruns of the X-Files. Yeah. I like it. Play X-Files theme. I can't do that because like I don't want to get any kind of copyright. But that's that. Maybe we could play something that sounds a little bit like it. I don't know. I love the idea that that's a really good joke. If I could, yeah. Anyway, there's definitely like way more dialogue I could do. Wait, how does this one get done? Chores complete. Oh, this one never gets called because I didn't actually implement it. All right. Let's do, like, I guess I'll just, like, add that then. Oh, wait, this is an Aunt Jenny thing. That has to go in global because it's a stupid global thing. I kind of hate the way, not global variables. Kind of hate the way the global script stuff works. Wait. I don't see the... Oh, there it is. Wait, no, this is supposed to... Did I just never test it? Maybe I just never tested it. Let me quickly get allowed outside. Legally distinct X-Files theme plays. Yeah, that's what we'll have to put in. It has to be a legally distinct X-Files theme tune. How is it after midnight? God damn it. Who invented time and why isn't it longer? Oh, I broke the game. Right. She's not even there. I wonder what will happen. The X folders. Why am I trying to remote control the robot? That was a mistake. Yeah, Timur, the game's like really come along. I basically finished Act 1 and 2. With Sulker and Moldy. This is sounding more and more like a parody of the Exiles. That's like an FMV thing that exists in the world, right? Like, it feels like that. Isn't there something like X Fools with like... I feel like I've seen something called the X Fools. Isn't that a thing? So now that I did that, I should be able to talk to Aunt Jenny outside. Oh, she's gone! Wait, she's over here now? I guess she got displaced. What do you need, kiddo? I'm trying to find something. Where's the ladder for the treehouse? I think we ate it last week. Where is Simon? He's out back playing under the tree. Where's the honey? It's usually sticking around the kitchen. Goodbye. See ya. All right. So where's room 12? Gone. There it is. Just have to comment this line out. Lone Gunman's great. I really like that. Actually, Timur, when I was looking up character inspiration for Sierra, I actually looked at the Lone Gunman for inspiration. I ended up not going with it, but I think a little bit of it crept in there with Sierra's character design. Like a little bit. The blonde guy with the long hair. I think I can kind of see a little bit of him in there somehow. He might have been in the back of my mind while I was drawing Sierra. Anyway. So I'm gonna have to draw like sprites and stuff, but like I don't think it's gonna be that complicated to do if I go with the shmup. If I go with the Sokoban, like, I think it's gonna be a lot more straightforward. I think that's gonna be my fallback. I'll do the shmup, but if it's feeling like, oh, this is just adding way more effort than I wanted to put in, I'll just delete it and we'll do the Sokoban one. First standalone episode of Lone Gunman featured a plot where terrorists were planning to fly a plane into World Trade Center 6 months before it actually happened and never been shown. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's a conspiracy show where a conspiracy that they proposed happened in real life. Yeah, it's weird. That's a weird one. It got aired? Oh, okay. So, is it out there then? Like the truth? I don't know. Look how cool that skateboard is with the skull on it. And the horns on the skull look sick. I gotta update that art on the tree here. Oh, we did update the art on the tree. I gotta update this. And I also have to update the one in the room, wherever that is. It's not here. I don't even know what changed here. Whatever. This I don't need to save. This just was... I don't remember why I did this. Oh, to export it. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need it. Don't need that anymore. I guess I'll save this like mock-up just to remember that it exists. I'll call this console playing layout mock-up. Maybe it was aired once but never again. I don't know if... I think they came out on home release. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't think it came out on home release? So you found an Xcation. Episode of Lone Gunman that featured plot involving plane being remotely hijacked to crash into the World Trade Center was aired. That was the pilot episode of the series titled simply Pilot. And originally it aired on March 4. Wow, March 4, 2001, several months before September 11 attacks. Crazy. Pretty genius to title it like that, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done. There's no like save all button. All right, so day 49. First thing we're going to do is just review Act 1 and 2. I'm going to play through it, and every single little thing that I'm like, oh, that's not quite right, I'm going to write it down in the to-do list. We'll go through that to-do list and take care of them all. If we get all of that done, and it seems like Act 1 and 2 are basically done, we'll look into the minigame thing. I'm going to say shmup, just because I already sort of like even put a little plan together. I just crapped out a little plan. That could be good enough. A little mini shmup game could be good. Once we've done that though, we can start to think about Act 3 finally. And that means we can come back to the plan and like look at what were we thinking for Act 3. Yarn on fence to attract the cat. If the hole is still open when the player tries to get the dog food, dog treats, the rats come back and stop him. Temporarily, rats will hide in the hole if the cat comes along. Play use hammer and nails and board. So we need another board. We need to find another board somehow to seal the rats in the hole. We have to get the board from somewhere. So that's a puzzle design we haven't done yet. Like I said, Act 3 was a little bit less thought out. Dog treats. Enter the yard for the stealth section. Distract dogs with snacks and toys to navigate past them. So at the moment we've got one toy and some snacks. I don't know how many snacks we'll have. Maybe we'll limit the number of snacks. So this is like a little bit of puzzle stealth section. Literally though, you just have to like navigate away from the dogs. The dogs will have a route. There's two dogs. They'll have a route that like overlaps and it'll be impossible to get past them unless you have both the snacks and the toy to distract them. Without both the snacks and the toy, it should be impossible. So I don't know how we're going to figure out how to do that. I haven't really thought that hard about the stealth section, but we have to figure that out. Once we have that solved, we can then work on some other stuff, like you know, making that more fun and more interesting to look at. But yeah, that's something I actually have to do a solution for. That's the second, I would call that second mini game, even though you're playing as yourself. and it's just taking an overhead view. It is like a mini game in that it's more action oriented stealth section. Without waking up, and then that's it. So without waking up guard, listen to them. So I guess once you've solved this, the red line, which is the stealth section, that's when you get to the guard. We've got to engage in dialogue with the sleeping guard. Certain prompts that you give the guard will cause them to like stir and maybe like wake up, and then you have to like run and hide and start the dialogue tree again. You'll never actually get caught, but you will like have to restart the dialogue tree and try and find your way through it. So that's going to be like the most complicated dialogue tree, and it's going to be a puzzle of just figuring out what thing to say. Hopefully I can make it fun and funny and interesting somehow. I don't know. We'll see. Get keycard from guard using complex series of actions. Yes, that one could be interesting. Like if certain phrases that you say to the guard, they'll change their seating position, and one of those positions will expose the card, and then you have to use the dino grabber to grab the card. If you try and just grab it without the dino grabber, he'll like move, but if you use the dino grabber, he won't. Something like that, just for fun. A little bit of an extra puzzle there. And then use the code to unlock the junkyard gate and leave along with the card if we do so choose to add that. But that's going to be the act. So the act is primarily like, how do you get the rat to stop being annoying, and then how do you get past the dogs? Then it's just this dialogue puzzle, and then you're basically done. So it's a lot shorter of an act, but this is like the final thing. So it needs to have some gravitas to it. That's why I wanted to have the dog intro be important, and the stealth section to feel like spooky and hard. And also, like, you should probably be able to enter the dog section without either of the items that you need, and fail that. That should be a thing you should be able to fail. And when you fail, you'll just run away. Essentially, that's all you get. So yeah, okay. If we just review Act 1 and 2 right really quickly here, just see stuff that we didn't have a green thumb next to, just see if there's anything we can now add one to. Must convince on. So this is like not fully done, but it's done enough that you can now convince. So it's technically done. Now if we jump down to Act 2 here, this is like a whole section that I decided I think I'm going to cut. I think I'm going to cut this section. So what do I do? Maybe I'll leave it on here, but I'll just is there a way I can like make this gray or something? Make it like dark gray, so it's like ignore this part. Okay. Get T-Rex grabber. So this is done. This is done. Well, we didn't animate it, but it's basically done. So you can get the T-Rex grabber. There's no lemon tree. I think the lemon tree might be something I may want to put back in. I don't know. Might be something I want to put back in. Lemon tree situation. I don't know where the lemon tree would live is one problem as well. I'll think about the lemon tree again. Think about it again. Hey, Ilvez, good to see you. Welcome back. Putting batteries in device. Yes, that's that whole section about like an additional puzzle about getting batteries again. I don't know how fun it is to like have to get batteries again. See, I was already thinking shmup, beat 'em up, platformer, soccer bomb. Those were the ones I already had in my head. So we kind of talked about that. We added Gauntlet, which was a cool idea. I like the idea of Gauntlet still. The racing llamas was something that I think is a cool idea too. It's possible that we could just do that. I'm gonna try and tackle the shmup. If the shmup feels like it's dragging on, I'll just do something else. Talk to sibling about game device, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we can't put any more green thumbs down. We're getting close to done on Act 2 and 3. I mean, sorry, 1 and 2. We're so very nearly done. What's this one say? Negotiate with sibling to agree on payment for not dobbing on you for leaving, or dobbing you in for leaving the yard. So that's not a negotiation right now, but we've got the dialogue there. We'll make it a negotiation later. Like, I think we're going to do a dialogue pass. We're going to come back through and do a dialogue pass and just really try and tighten that up and make it more interesting and puzzling if possible. But yeah, mechanically though, getting through Act 2 is nearly done. Act 1 is 100%, I think, at this point though. Which is great. Great to see Act 1 100%. Maybe I can do something to highlight that fact. Maybe I can change this to like green. I think that's allowed. Cool. We're slowly getting there. Very pleased. I think that's going to be it from me tonight. It is like 12:30 a.m. so I don't know how that happened. It feels like it should only be like 11. Somewhere my hours went. I don't know exactly where. But yeah, tonight was probably like a little less productive, but a lot of thinking went into it, and you know, we solved a technical problem that was an annoying one. I wasn't proud of that. It's annoying that it's not documented as far as I could tell as well. So that sucked. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. I'm going to jump back in. We'll do some more dev work. So we're probably doing day 49 tomorrow morning. Reviewing Act 1 and 2. Putting together a big to-do list of things we need to clean up, polish, or add that we haven't quite done yet. As I said already, just repeating myself. But yeah, we get there. Minigame 1 will probably happen very soon. We'll start working on that. I'll try and take advantage of like some of the stuff I put in for Day of the Hamster with like, I had a little bit of an animation system in place and some other stuff. So we don't really need that much animation though. So we might get away without it. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be all like, I'll handle all the rendering and inputs and stuff like that. Hopefully it'll just work magically. Actually, just realized I haven't done any keyboard input handling like for real-time inputs, so I'll see how that goes. I'll have to do some experimenting and stuff, so maybe I'll just try and do like a really dumb like proof of concept shmup just to see that that's gonna work. We animate cool explosions, a couple of them, animate the big bosses a little bit, design paths for the characters to, like the generic enemies to fly through and whatever. We got to create a little bit of a bullet storm. I don't want full bullet hell, but we do want, like, you know, we want the player to be challenged slightly, so you're having to dodge some bullets and stuff like that. Yeah. Probably start working on the shmup very soon, I think. Feels like it's right around the corner. Good stuff. Tomorrow morning is nighttime for me, so I can watch and sleep. Nice execution, very nice. Thank you again. Thank you, Kuningsan, Timur, Pixels at Dawn, Adrian, Refraction. Just got back. Hey, thanks. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Hope you had a good nap time. Execution, good to see you. Elvez, cheers. Toasty. Anybody whose name I haven't said, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I'll see you again soon, everybody. Goodbye.